Hollywood keeps trying to make all these films set in movie universes, like the Avengers and the Justice Leagues and the other ones. So here's the thing. Why doesn't Hollywood, instead of chucking heaps of money into solo films in hopes they work and they can have the big team-up movie, just make up a team-up movie of favourite characters from pre-existing classic movies? So I want to see a movie with like Ed Harris's character from The Truman Show. He becomes like president, right? And then he's going to become president, so he can like take over the world. And like his way of taking it is put them all in the domes, put everyone in them domes from The Truman Show. And like people think it's going to be great at first, like yeah, wicked, get to be on TV. But like because he's a reality TV star who becomes the president, and like also like everyone these days wants to be famous. Like it's kind of like a double allegory, like a metaphor or whatever, and it's going to win like all of the Oscars. So like even though at first like everyone's so excited to be in the domes because it's like a perfect life in there, but like Truman shows up and he's against it. He's like, nah, that life isn't real. You don't want that, guys. And like when people like, oh yeah, cool, great on TV, but like if you get written out that show, you die for real. So he wants to put a stop for it. So he forms a team. Now, first member of that team, like Batman or Iron Man, always must be rich. So he's like, I'm gonna Greenbow, Alabama, and the audience is like, oh shit, because they know it's going to be Forrest Gump. And Forrest, he's going to bring like the money, the awesome luck, the ability to like influence things, and he's also married to Dr. Ellie Sattler. And she's against Ed Harris heaps too, because she believes women inherit the earth and has seen what happens when you try to control environments. But Truman, Dr. Ellie Sattler, and Forrest Gump know they need some more members to help fight Ed Harris. So Dr. Ellie Sattler has heard a rumour of a guy in Pittsburgh who can reset time. So they go to Pittsburgh and find Phil Connors from Groundhog Day. But he explains he can't help because he can only affect time when he's being an asshole. And he's being real friendly these days. So he's like, sorry, I can't help. But he's like, you're gonna need someone to help escape from them domes. And when he was studying journalism, he heard about a guy who tunnelled out of Shawshank Prison. So the team tracked down Andy Dufresne and Red, and now you're probably wondering how they are still alive, because that movie was set in the olden days. But as Andy said, get busy living or get busy dying. Well, they have been very busy living. Don't stress, that's dumb. I'm here and it's nice to be alive. Chill out, it's so... And then Red's like, well, you know what we're going to need? Some pretty big goddamn posters. So they use the posters to help break everybody out of the domes. But this really pisses off like Ed Harris, so he shows up in the domes on a TV screen and on TVs all around the world and says he's now going to take over the world properly using a spaceship that's like a giant moon called Moon 2, where he can control the world, takes it up and out of space. Meanwhile, Phil Connors is struggling with his decision not to help, so he decides to get his powers back by being rude and a bit of a dick to everybody. The rest of the gang, they get on board like a rocket ship, because, Forrest Gump, he's real good at flying rocket ships, of course, because he's a savant, and they take that to Moon 2, and they land there, but Ed Harris is there, and he's got all these guards with guns, and they're about to shoot at everybody, but then Phil Connors shows up, and all the guards shoot at him, but he dodges all the bullets, and, Ellie Sattler's like, how did you do that? And he's all like, well, I was here yesterday, and the day before that. Then Truman punches Ed Harris, and he flies off the Moon 2, and he says his line from the movie, The Truman Show, and, he's dead, Ed Harris is dead, and then they, and everyone is happy.